it's a little controversial because there's a sects of the nation that don't accept it and some do. About after before Allah returned, he said that we would no longer be the 5% would be called the nation of gods and earths. Can you build on that?
Yeah, it may be controversy for those that didn't understand it, and my take was on it is that the Father in his last days started telling the gods in Mecca that, and we got it, and his last presentations to the nation was the gods in Mecca. I got it on the June 11th. The 12 brothers that was here on June 12th, they got it. And perhaps nobody else. None of the gods from Medina got it. But the gods from Mecca and Pelon got what he gave up on June 11th. Knowledge, word is bond, and what they got on June 12th.
And that was the day.
Knowledge, wisdom.
That's the day he chased you to Pelon.
Knowledge. That's what he chased me.
Yeah, right.
My knowledge was the same as his. He used to call. I was one of the first that he called brother. And I was one of the first that he told that they was God. He told me and God that we was God on August 1st, 1966. Allah, you God. And me and God came back to see him with 10 gods. Only 3 of us went up there the first time. Next time we came back, we came to Manawa with 10. But anyway, he gave us that. So when we started manifesting it, after we came out that stupa, of course, a lot of brothers didn't really understand it, especially the gods from Medina, because they hadn't heard it. And when me, God, Supreme, and Knowledge Allah first manifested it, and I think we was the first to manifest it, is when we started dealing with Livingston Wingate from the New York Urban League, the ones that sponsored the school the first time. And we had a woman that gave us $750,000, which we never seen. She donated it to her because the father had taught them Caucasians and they really ate it up, loved it. And she donated this to his nation through Lindsay. And Barry Garter administrated it.
And what was that number you said?
$750,000.
Wow.
The most that we got was $750. And Rajab received that, I think, one time in June or July. We went on a bus trip, right? And they hired 7 buses and gave Rajab $750. Now dig this, that usually they would buy the food for us and we make the trip. They told them they couldn't arrange the food for us. But whatever we spent on our food, they saved the receipts and they would give us the money back, whatever the receipt said. And Rajab, when we went on that trip, Rajab had $750, and if you presented him with a receipt, he gave you whatever that was in the receipt. When we was up at the club and he went to the bar, he set the bar up and shit like that. Then another time out that $750,000, this one we knew or learned about the $750,000. With the $750, we didn't know about the $750,000. But Amar Education, who was down with the Urban League at what's that? I think 40 Acres and a Mule, Boys of Yesteryear, and Kasim in the wheelchair, and Kasim Messiah brother, and they went through the Urban League, got $5,000 that we didn't know nothing about, and they said that they was the president the vice president, and treasurer of the 5%ers. God Supreme know about this. Knowledge of Law, David Brown living in Middletown know about this. And they went through whatever they went through. And they jerked the money. And me, God Supreme, and Knowledge of Law got on them, found out what the deal was. And there wasn't nothing we could do because the shit was gone. But we found out that them saying that we had a president, a vice president, and a treasurer. And that was now cipher. That wasn't no way. So we had to straighten it out with the Urban League. Now when, dig this, my cousin, she used to work there. Her name was Peggy. She owned a company over here now. And she came here. She was working, and another sister named Hattie from my block up 146th Street. And my cousin came in and asked me could she speak to me. And she told me that they got a sizable amount of money for the 5%ers. And they not telling you how much it is. But some of your brothers got some of the money. You know, so she told me to go see Wingate and find out about it. And I took God Supreme and Knowledge of Law up there, 136th Street and 7th Avenue Urban League office. And we had an audience immediately with the director, Livingston Wingate. He later became a Supreme Court judge. But anyway, before we go in his office, how'd he tell me how much it is? Don't let him tell you it's just $5,000 like he gave them other brothers. It's $750,000. You hear me? So now I don't know what to do with no figure like that. So we went in there, we kicked it, we told them that no, we don't have no president. Them brothers don't represent us. We representatives of the 5%ers, and the only ones that can come is representatives. We don't have no president. We don't have no vice president. We don't have no treasurer. We don't go up under the government in no shape, form, or fashion, because that's what the law told us. So we the representatives, and if you got some money, as we understand, for us, then we want it.
Right.
You know the motherfucker say, yeah, I got $5,000 for you. So we ain't beefing. They already told me what it was. But I tell you, I couldn't wrap my head around $750,000.
Wow.
So we took the $5,000 and they made cards for us. The 5% nation of gods and earths. Because that's what we told them. We didn't know how to really drop the 5%. So that's what we said, so they could identify, yeah, we the 5%ers, but now we the nation of gods and earths. But me, God Supreme, and Knowledge of Law hit them with that. And the Father gave us that before he went home. 3, 4, 5 days before he went home. He didn't say it at a parliament. None of the guards from Medina came over and got none of that. I don't know one brother from Medina that was with the 12. That he was with on the 12.
On the 12.
On the 12.
12 brothers on the 12 that he told this.
That's right.
Okay.
And I know none of them was with us when he sent us back to Pelon. You know? So they didn't get it. So when we kicked it, it wasn't no controversy, it wasn't no beef. But some of them say, no, they were still Allah 5%ers. And we say, yeah, well the Father told us that we was the gods and our women was the earth. And now we the nation. And Allah, the Father, is not here. And we had to bring into existence the 39th degree, like we did the 16th degree. Tell us what you hope to live to see the day when the gods drive the devil in hell. And I know you used to say take the devil into hell, even though they got lessons that say take the devil into hell. We drive the devil into hell like we drove him across the hot Arabian desert. Yeah, that was me. That's where I came from. But anyway, we was those gods. And that was our justification to take it from the knowledge equality to the understanding born. And on the 12th, he gave that to the 12. The 13th man gave that to the 12. So that 39th was the 12th, and that was the gods, and we born the 5% nation of God's and earth. We did. It used to be Allah and his 5%. But when the Father was gone in the physical, he left the gods, and all of us together was Allah, and we manifested as his 5%ers. So it was the 5% nation of God's and earth. You can say Allah's 5% nation of God's and earth, but you couldn't say Allah and his 5%. Like when Martin Luther King got assassinated, and we went to Central Park, and we was going through the people, and they say, "Who that man?" And we were saying, "Allah and his 5%, Allah and his 5%." You can't say that no more and show anybody who that man is.
He's gone.
He was physically.
Right.
But you can see his nation in the 5% nation of God's and earth. And we took that there with that understanding. And those that may think otherwise, that's on them. But I asked them, if they is in fact Allah and his 5%er, well, where's Allah? The Father that, raised us.
Right.
And what they talk about, a mystery, a spook?
Right.
I don't subscribe to no mystery. There's no mystery God.
Right.
And he told us, the gods. And that's how we stepped up from that perspective.
Right.
And if they can't handle that, that's on their business, God. I don't argue with them. I don't have no dispute. There's no difference. They're my brothers.
Yeah, right.
And they want to stay that way. Allah and his 5%, more power to them. We elevated it to the degree and the extent that Allah told us to elevate it. Because it was going to be on us. It wasn't going to be on him no more. That's why he said he had to leave. Because if he stayed, we wouldn't be able to show and prove that we was the gods. So he had to leave so we could show and prove that we was the gods on our own. So they may be still stuck in the knowledge equality degree, and that's God, all praises due. But we elevated to the understanding born degree because we understand how this thing was born by Almighty God Allah. To show and prove that he alive and not dead.
If Mecca did this.